Station. Follow the mutual stations and follow the station. The villagers are causing a ruckus again. I don't know what's going on now. Hey! You know what's funny? Every time I stop, I keep thinking of streamers and their thoughts. It's like, oh, he's about to talk his mind, and I actually know, oh, he's gone. He's gone to play the game. Don't you live here as well? He skyrocketed. Talk. I mean, tell you about this.
蘇ったキキさんを見たって大勢の人が言ってるんです。不思議なことにキキさんを見たっていうのが大体同じような時間なんです。一体何を見たんでしょう。まさか本当に怖いことを考えてしまった。
You shouldn't be doing that. But yeah, so I backed the game thinking, I'm older now. I understand what this is. I tell you then and I tell you now, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Something happened again. Anyways.
こうおかしなことばかり続くと、この私でさえ本当にキクさんが蘇ったんじゃないかって思っちゃうんですよね。
Oh, if you're wondering how I'm up, I stole some of my sister's cold brew coffee. Don't tell her I stole it. She will whip my head off, and I'm not talking mentally. She will physically come find me with my head off for taking her stuff. Let's talk about this legend that they're talking about. I honestly don't like the taste of coffee. Still don't. Even with the thousands of flavors my sister decides to buy, I guess can't get into it. And I used to think coffee was like the adult thing. It's like when you got to a certain age, you drank coffee. That was people saying. You sat there and you had, you got yourself some coffee and that was your thing for the day. And never liked the taste of it. I've never had coffee. Well, if you ever go, I don't know that we got a Starbucks out there. But things like caffeine, I've not, which is why cold brewed stuff works better for me. I don't have to drink it hot. It's nice and chill. So like maybe Frappuccino stuff. And caffeine has always been the quick boost, like, yeah, I got energy, to a hard crash where it's basically passed the hell out. Can I talk to you about the legends? I like her emotion. But yeah, coffee thing. I don't really like coffee things unless it's like mixed together. Seeing is believing. It's quite, I don't know. I don't think you can hear it, Blob. And this is why I like this mic so much. My fan is literally blowing in, and my other mics, you could hear the fan so close. It's just like you hear the in the background. This not so much. Exactly, you don't notice the fan. This thing is just so soft that you don't notice the fan. I don't even have the power or the cloud power. When I'm mouthing at your mouth, dude. It's my what is it? My computer that now has the weather tells me it's like it lowered down itself down to 78. And so 78 is where it's right now. And it's a nice temperature. My water cooler died. I put more water into it. So hopefully that blows the room's cold air temperatures down. Come here, I tell you, horrifying. I mean, if I remember correctly, the legend says she only kills you if you wronged her. So what did you do? Charge her double for your vegetables? Huh, old man? That sounds ridiculous, but that seems like the villagers are something. Oh, that's nice. I bet you not. Alright, let's go to the temple and let me see if her grave has been disturbed. You think such grave is disturbed? I don't know. I don't know. I went on for 2 tangents and not one of them is what. Oh, pillars. So my thing with pillars is that early stages, it's quite simple. Well, time is, you start to attack, you assign people where to attack. You can use abilities, can slash and that stuff. It get tough when I'm talking about is the body out of her graves. I'm just trying to learn. What about Kazuto?
玄師さん、綾代和人という名前をご存知ですか？
その名をどこで？
From the grave.
弟だという人です。ご存知なんですね。
すまんが今日はもう帰ってくれんか。
Listen, monk. Unless you got some weird, crazy ass powers, you gonna tell me what I need to know.
今度は綾代二郎さんが自殺してしまったようなんです。
Tell me about this legend.
死んだ者が蘇るなどとんでもない伝説じゃ。そんなバカなこと言っとらんで、あんたももう帰りなさいよ。
玄心さんなんだか変だな。
加減にせんか。墓に触るなと何度言わせるんじゃ。
Does this grip look like it's been cut? Why is this man looking like? Let me examine it.
よさんか。調べたってもう血の跡などついてしまった。
血の跡？技師さん、
There's blood stains on the grave. The fuck is wrong with this dude? Okay, what do you know, man? What do you know?
話してください。血の跡とは何のことですか？
Well, it's like, oh yeah. So I love the characters that they give you. The characters have, you know, the interactions. I love Pillar's world because it's really reading heavily. To truly understand what is going on and truly make your decisions in that game, you actually have to read what is going on, books and stuff like that. Takes a minute, I understand, but a lot of information comes from that, and it tends to help you make good decisions. So that one I kind of like. I kind of like, you know, you gotta do a bit of a lore dive to truly understand, to come up with your choices, and your choices is the fact what ending you get. Now some endings are more terrible than other endings, but you know, there's an ending to everything. But yeah, the battles have really got me because I don't know why, but I feel like real-time battles with strategy or with pause. You can pause the thing every minute. Found a mirror. A really old mirror. Looks like the back. Horse, chicken, rat, mouse. It's nose for of the Chinese what do they call it? Chinese zodiac. Rabbit to the left with bird. I don't know, a white bottom. Talk about the handmail. But yeah, so to find the hill leading to the cliff, take a good look. Ooh, a famine crest.
そうなんじゃ。こんなものが落ちてたと言ったら村人たちが何を言い出すやら。昨日も暴いてみようという村人を叱りつけてやったところなんじゃ。
I mean, that's kind of grave robbing.
構わんとも。確かあんたは探偵じゃったな。何か妙な隠し立てしてすまんかったの。あんたにいろいろと話したいのは山々なのじゃが、後でまた来てくれ。
Come again later. Yeah. Please don't end up dead. Can you do that for me? Can you stay alive? Thank you. So in Pillage you have a team of 6. You can have the companions that are on the game, or you can make your own squad. You can hire your own adventurers, blah blah blah. I think there's a trophy for not picking any of the companions as you go throughout the game, because you can kind of turn them down. It's like, oh yeah, no, don't come with me. Off the bat, you get a fighter, a wizard. So he knows the handmail. A priest, and an enchanter. I think he also. Is that right? The enchanter is yeah, the enchanter is the last one you get. Give me the hand.
菊様が愛用されていた手鏡で、茜が確かに菊様を埋葬するときに
Akane had what?
棺の中に入れたものです。間違いありません。
Uh-oh.
一体それはどこに？
神楽寺の源信さんが拾ったそうです。それをお借りしてきました。
ではもしや昨夜のあれは
Somebody was digging up a grave. They know.
私、ゆうべはご承知の通り早く休みました。うとうとと仕掛けたその時なんです。玄関の方で物音がしまして目が覚めました。あずさ様かと思ってすぐに出たのですが、もう誰も。
Uh-oh.
信じられない話だが、この善蔵さんの怯え方はただごとじゃない。善蔵さん、僕ちょっと出かけてきます。
I'm freaking you out, but I'm heading off.
あまりにも不可解なことが起きてしまって、ちょっと外で頭を冷やしてきます。それに善蔵さんにも落ち着くための時間が必要ですよね。
Yes.
お心遣いありがとうございます。ではお気をつけて。
But what was I going for?
とりあえず崖へ来て
So the fighter is the #1 tank. I don't know what people will tell you, but with the first guy you get, he has the ability to recover endurance. I think over time is one of the fire abilities. So he recovers a bit of his endurance, which is kind of like they have a separate thing. You have your endurance level and your health. Health is like a bigger number. Your endurance is a smaller number. And if you want an endurance, you get knocked over. But if you want a health, you kind of die. So, you know, you want to be careful how much health they have left and how much endurance they have. You don't want your characters to drop dead. But he recovers endurance over time. And I believe he has a ring that if he gets knocked down once, he can come back. So... So yeah, that was pretty awesome. No, nothing? And so you can choose any of those job types. You can also choose extra ones. Monk, Ranger. Ranger gets like a beast. Druid, you get to transform. Barbarian, Rogue, you know, the basic classes, and then Cypher. Cypher sounded cool, and I picked a Cypher. Cypher, I had like kind of psychotic, how would you say it? Psychic like abilities that I over like a damage point. I gain focus, and I can use those. I can use my focus for different type of abilities. One of the cooler abilities that I got was Whisper of Treason. Early level 1. Level 1 spell that used to dominate someone's mind and have them attack the allies, which in early game honestly saved my ass.
ちょうど出かけようとしていたんだ。
Was just on my way out.
あ、そうなんですか。じゃあ僕もこれで。いや、急いでるわけじゃないんだ。少し話をするくらいなら構わないよ。いいんですか？
I bet you he's the brother.
困ったことがあったんだろ？約束通り何でも相談してくれ。ありがとうございます。
Even he needs a little talking to someone time. But yeah, so rituals of treason basically dominate somebody's mind for a certain amount of time. They attack the others, which is good because that's one member of their side. And now remind yourself, this is early game. I'm like level 1, level 2, at best, maybe level 3. And they send about what 4, 5 or 6 guys. At best, I have a team of 5. Team of 6. If I pay for another adventurer, but team of 5, or is it 4? No, team of 5. You have your wizard, you have your tank. Really about the talisman.
Yes,
Sorry, I want to make sure I play the game as well as talk.
じゃあきっと君の個人的なことなんだろうね。まだ記憶が完全じゃないわけだ。君の記憶が戻ることを心から祈ってるよ。
Talk about myself.
僕の記憶。
Get my memories back.
大丈夫さ。
But yeah, what was I saying about? Yeah, there's seems about like 4, 5, maybe 6 enemies at you at a time. And the lineup is what? Tank in the front. You have priest in the middle, wizard and enchanter in back, and then there's me. I'm also in the back. I chose a kind of a range cipher. So, you know, I had him up front with the shield. He, you know, kind of clamped the enemies. I used the priest as a kind of a backup tank, since you can stay close to the main guy and heal. We sat kind of in the back. Me and the enchanter, you know, he enchants, he plays his music, or he sings his hymns or something, and you know, and I shot arrows at first. Then I went to a blunderbuss, which is like a pistol that shoots like 6 shots per turn, which is great for focus because each hit gave me a focus bonus. So 6 shots, if 3 of those hits, I gained 3 focus bonuses, and that was kind of cool. I guess that's it. I lose my train of thought. I guess like a lot of people, when I lose my train of thought, is my way of my mind going. I said almost it again because my mind's trying to remember what I was saying in the past tense. I really want to say again. Like I think it's ingrained in me to say I'm back again. Tell me what you know. But redeem Dad Chuck. Okay. How you doing, Ellie? Watch yourself, Blob. I have prepared the ultimate dad joke. No, I have not. I have been rambling about multiple things because trying to engage in the game and also trying to talk about what I've been doing when I haven't been streaming lately, because I've been playing one game that's been on my backlist for so long that I finally decided, you know what, I'm done looking at this thing. I'm going to be looking at a complete, and I'm looking at a complete thing. English. I'm looking at a complete game. But on a side note of that, what do you guys think a beach, or you guys think the ocean says to a beach? Nothing. It just waves. Quality classic dad joke. I appreciate it. I'm getting myself ready for one day in the future. My kids will have a sleepover, and I'll just break out of nowhere with all the dad jokes. Just, hey, how you doing? Got a new one for you. And have my kids screaming, Dad, get out of my room. It's like, I'll tell Mom. It's like, I bought snacks. And another book of jokes. And then they just usher me away. I'd be known as your dad is crazy father, but nice. No in life. Oh, what was saying about pillars, where we question this man about how this cursed family is trying so a bit, if you haven't played or haven't watched the first half of this game, catch anybody up, I'm going to small overview for those who's trying to understand what's going on. At the start of the game, I've lost my memory while on this case, and so as I'm trying to remember everything, I'm also trying to solve this case. This case started off as a butler believing that his mistress has been murdered. So we started investigating with that angle. We heard about a local legend saying that if a person dies in murder, if one of the family members dies in murder, they will come back and seek vengeance on all those who wronged it. Now there was 3 people. At first there was 3 people online. All of the cousins. No, nephews. All the nephews who won the company were technically suspects because one of them would inherit the company now that, you know, the mistress was gone. So before we could get on any of the nephews, we had a second murder. We had our first murder. I believe it was the oldest nephew who died. It's I don't know how many people are kind of mystery buffs, but it's what you call a locked room situation. He was found in a locked storage room that was locked from the inside out. Nobody knows how he got there. He just appears. So he died in the locker room. The second one, now the second nephew, he was in a suspect of the first nephews because they were both trying to survive. They were both the clearest the persons to be the next head of the company. So he was the, namely the first people looked at. It's like, well, they killed him so you can take over the company and you can put the company in your ideas. But sadly, that didn't last long, as in the next day, he basically ended up in suicide. And so we have a subjects, now subject of investigation is finding out who was with him before his hanging. We also have 3 missing suspects out there. One is the second, our recent murderer's son, who has disappeared since the first murder. Nobody knows where he is. We're missing 2 people who we only heard of. The son, the daughter, and the stepson of the mistress, who we've only heard about them. We haven't talked to them. We haven't seen them. They've been gone longer than this case. And so we've come to talk to the monk, the head priest right here,